Alright, 3 minutes. Alright, zigzagging in and out, traffic light still. Coming up to Citrus, here. 80 miles an hour at getting in traffic again, coming up to passing Citrus exit. Alright, coming up to Barranca. Alright, light traffic as we start climbing the hill. Eastbound, just passing Grand. Going over to 3 and 4, 80 miles an hour, making the hot climb up the Kellogg Hill. Number 1 lane, coming up to Holt. 90 miles an hour, coming up to Holt. Alright, eastbound, coming up to the top of the hill here almost. He's got heavier traffic over to the number 4 lane. He's getting stuck in some heavier traffic. Oh, we almost hit that car. Alright, heavier traffic, zigzagging in and out of the 3 and 4 lane. Now still continuing, eastbound 10 freeway. Coming up to Villa Verde. Number 2 lane, 90 miles an hour. Coming up to Villa Verde, just past the Villa Verde exit. Continuing eastbound 10 freeway here. Alright, we're at the top of the Kellogg Pass. And traffic's lighter coming down the hill. Alright, coming up to Kellogg, 90 miles an hour on the downhill run of the hill now. Coming up to the 71 split next. Up, he's back over to the left, number 2, number 1 lane. Into the number 1, 90 miles an hour. Coming up to the 71 freeway. Alright, coming up, passing the splits. 57 splits, 10 freeway from the 71. Coming up to Fairplex, eastbound 10, Fairplex, zigzagging in and out of traffic, 90 miles an hour. Is over to the far number 5 lane in the off-ramp, speeds now up to 100 miles an hour. Eastbound. Still staying on the eastbound 10, passing the Fairplex off-ramp. Back in the number 1, HOV. We've got lighter traffic coming up here into the Pomona area. This pursuit all started up in the Santa Clarita area and came down the 5 all the way through downtown and then east on the 10 freeway. Eastbound 10 from Dudley, passing Dudley here, still in Pomona, in the carpool lane. 85 miles an hour coming up to White Avenue here. Up, coming over, we've got a lot of traffic, a little more traffic up ahead, zigzagging in and out. Over to the far right lane. Over to the number 4. He's got some slower traffic in front of him. He's kind of boxed in with some slower traffic. he's between cars. Number 4 lane coming up to town. 85 miles an hour. He's got traffic up ahead. He's got traffic up ahead. Units have caught back up to him here. They've switched out. They're switching to the Cucamonga units near Inland and Cucamonga units. So they've switched out from the LA area county units and 85 miles an hour in the number 3 lane. Okay, Rancho Cucamonga units are getting into it now. They're switching out. Speed still 85. All right, splitting cars in the lanes. Coming up to Indian Hill. Number 4 lane, Indian Hill, 85 miles an hour. Okay, he's got slower traffic up ahead. He's getting boxed in a little bit. He's got slower traffic up ahead. And he's over to the number 3 lane, picking up speed again. And back over to the left, number 1 lane. And speed's picking up, 90, 95 miles an hour. Whoa, splits cars again. Indian Hill, just past Indian Hill exit. Number 2, number 1 lane, 90 miles an hour. Got some heavier traffic up ahead. Coming up to Monte Vista, number 3 lane, passing Monte Vista, and speed's picking up again. All right, we're coming up to Central. Went right past the Central exit, number 3 lane, 90 miles an hour. Over to the number 2 lane, and back over to the number 1 lane. And weaving in and out. All right, he's still in the kind of splitting the carpool. And swerving back over the in and out of the carpool number 1 lane. Coming up to Euclid, eastbound 10, 90 miles an hour, eastbound 10 coming up to Euclid. Still splitting the carpool number 1 lane. No traffic up ahead, no heavy traffic up ahead. Everything's still wide open and moving. Okay, just past Euclid. Okay, Rancho's trying to get into position here. All right, speed's still picking up here. Eastbound the 10 freeway. Getting off here. Went through the red light. Oh, we got back on. Got back on. Got back on the freeway. Got off and got back on. We're just running alongside the Ontario airport here, running alongside the Ontario airport. Up, getting out again. Going through, getting down the off-ramp here, making a southbound turn. All right, you went southbound. We're in Ontario here. Yeah, get it for you in a second here. Hold on. We're trying to get into the airspace here so I don't lose it. All right, just make a left turn. Eastbound turn on Holt. Eastbound turn on Holt there. Almost lost control. Okay, eastbound on Holt, right on the north side of the airport. Eastbound on Holt. Service streets were on the north side of Ontario Airport. And we're getting back on the eastbound 10. We're getting back on the eastbound 10 freeway here. Eastbound on the 10 freeway here, still alongside the airport, splitting the lane. All right, getting off again at Haven, getting off at Haven. He's weaving, going down the getting off at Haven. All right. Getting down to the end, making a right turn southbound on Haven here. It looks like he might be losing the right front. It's hard to tell. All right, coming up to the intersection here. It's got traffic going through it, southbound on Haven. All right, you're gonna have to make a cross. Still southbound on Haven. Hey, Elijah, when able, you're gonna have to make a cross. Elijah, you're gonna have to make a cross when you can. You gotta make a cross when you can. He's going over there. All right, still southbound on Haven here. We're being held up by Ontario Tower. Still southbound on Haven. We're going to cross as soon as they let us. Still southbound on Haven here. Got a red light going through. All right, still southbound. He's passing the 60 freeway. And he's getting on. Nope, he went still southbound. All right, still southbound Haven here. All right, floor it. Southbound. CHP chopper. Okay, southbound, we're clear. We're going to try to catch up to here. Southbound, still believe southbound, still Haven. Did the CHP ship lose him? That's not it. Come around, I lost some of it. Alright, Elijah, where they at? Elijah, where they at? Alright, I got it. Alright. I picked it up. Alright, here we go. We're back in it. He crashed when he was under the trees. He crashed into the back of somebody at that last intersection here. So we're picking it back up here. He did crash into somebody underneath, we lost him under the trees. So, but still going southbound here. I'll get you a street when I can here. All right, coming in another intersection here, come back eastbound. Eastbound Riverside Drive here. They rear-ended another car. They pulled off to the right. All right, eastbound here, Riverside Drive. We're just south of the 60 freeway here. All right, speed still going 65. They've been authorized for a pit if they can get it, if it slows down just enough here. All right, coming up to Mill Creek Boulevard here, eastbound Riverside, coming up to Mill Creek. And making a northbound turn. We're going back northbound here. They're trying to get into a pit. All right, still northbound. Are asking for permission to pit again. Coming it through. All right, they've got permission to pit it here. They're moving in. They're going to move in. They're going to try to get close. They had cross traffic coming up ahead. They couldn't do a pit. All right, they're going to try to pit it now. It's under the trees. And they pitted him. They spin it out right there. They spin it out. They pit it out. And they're pitting it in. The engine's still running. Driver's out of the car. Come back to the west. Mill Creek, ended on Mill Creek. Just east of Stone Creek Way. Yeah, it's on Mill Creek, north of Riverside. I guess we're in Ontario.